tires? I mean, that when they were 10 seconds behind, did they think they needed them?
I think they probably felt like Bergmeister with fresh tires would run down Mello with old ones, but
which he is.
Well, they made the call. I mean, maybe they assumed the Ferrari was going to stick fresh tires on too.
Yeah.
It's down to 7 now. It's still a long way to go.
7 seconds. So
every time Mello seems to kind of fight back and throw in a lap, Bergmeister matches it.
Got 20 minutes to go. It's a long way to catch up.
see, Ferrari may have made their decision based on the gap they had, but then they lost 20 seconds of that gap. So
well, they may have made it thinking that the car wouldn't restart and they needed to save that time.
Could they have started the car and then done the tires? Because the engine only has to be off for the fuel, right?
No.
Okay.
See it sliding around in the middle corner? Or at least it looks like it does with the lights. Yeah, he's catching it.
Good. Ferrari lost one at the end last year, didn't it? Lazaro, right?
Will not.
Racing to victory for Audi. It just sounds so natural, doesn't it? And this trio, well, they're heading for a first as a team themselves. Frank Biela has won Sebring before with Manuel Pirro. Biela has won with Marco Werner, but never the trio of Biela, Werner and Pirro. So that'll be another first for Audi Sport North America. And the Yost personnel, Reinhold Yost, the master, he's here himself. Dave Mirage from Champion Audi, Brad Kettler, the entire gang we've come to know over the years of this wonderful Audi involvement ever since 2000 when we first got to see that magnificent R8. Well, we're now dealing with the R10, the new generation diesel-powered TDI, and it is not far from home. And for Frank Biela, this is some real icing on the cake. He is not involved in a full-time program this year. We won't see him in the American Le Mans Series. We will see him at Le Mans in June. We may see him at Petit at Road Atlanta, but we will not see him regularly. So to come out and win one of his 2 big races of the year, that's nice for Frank.
That's tough, though. I mean, I spoke to Marco Werner about that because he was in a similar position last year. He did Sebring, Le Mans and Petit. And it's a long year. He said, I did a lot of testing, but it's not racing. And now the shoe is on the other foot with he doing the full season and Frankie just doing a couple.
Just heard over the radio, the 26 car is misfiring now. It's not shifting properly.
Yeah, that's right, Dorsey. There's still a lot of drama left in this race on the 26 car, which is actually for the overall top 3 of the race. Right here on the pit wall is a piece of shift linkage. As we talked earlier, this car actually has a mechanical shift knob still in the car. They're having problems with the paddle shift. So if they decide to bring him in, they will actually remove the paddle shift system and stick this bar in to replace it. But what they're doing right now is they're looking at the data on the telemetry and trying to figure out, well, we've slowed down this much. So if we just continue at this pace, will we still keep that lead because they got a 4-lap lead? If they think they're going to not be able to do that, then they'll have to come in and put that shift linkage in the car.
Well, that lead, Mike, is gradually whittled down. Right now in our timing and scoring, it's only being shown as a 2-lap lead between the 26 machine and the 15, and just a short while ago it was 6 laps. So this has come down dramatically over the last two hours or so.
And the question becomes, how bad is it shifting and what gears are available and how much do you want to risk it?
Check this graphic out on the left of your screen. Look how that margin of advantage has come down. Mello over Bergmeister. It's now down to 5.1 seconds. And we'll see when they come around this time, because your Bergmeister is heading down toward turn 17. What has Jamie Mello been able to do?
It was 13 seconds after the pit stop. Jamie Mello got that penalty when he got back on track, and it cycled through as a 13-second lead that he had. The next lap it was up to 14 seconds, but ever since then it's just been dwindling. And Risi, they had one slip through their fingers here last year. They had a problem with a wheel nut that would not come off, and Anthony Unfortunately, Lazzaro and the gang had to get to the end of the finish without changing one of the tires there on that Ferrari, and they finished on the lead lap with GT2, but in 3rd position.
Hey, Cal and Dorsey, we know that Jurg has those new tires, but I guess my question would be, how long will they maintain an advantage? Obviously, Jamie Mellow's tires are a little bit older, but we know that these race tires are fast for several laps, but then they fall off. In the cool of the night, how long do you think they're going to stay faster than the tires that are on Mellow's car? How long will it be before they plateau?
Well, in 4 more seconds, it will be a moot point because that's what it leads down to. It's a matter of how much. I think that the real question is how bad are Mellow's tires. Bergmeister's tires will be fine. It's cool outside right now, but it's down to 4 seconds, Calvin.
Well, the other key is what Flying Lizard team put on Bergmeister. They may have gone a little bit softer, which has given him the sort of lap times. He's running mid-3s. Mellow's in the mid-4s right now. So Bergmeister is on the charge. He'll be able to see him soon. And that, just from a driver's perspective, really gets the juices going.
Does it what? And it just continues to crumble. Pressure now back on Risi. Can they hold steady? Can they hold strong? And remember that while everybody is tired here, Jamie Mello is triple stinting. He has worked incredibly hard physically and mentally. Can the Brazilian hang on?
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Bila wins this thing.
4.
It'll be 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll make he and Tom the only ones that have it. So.
What's going on with the Corvettes, Ronnie?
Well, they're going to run them to the bitter end. I'm wondering if they're trying to just save and see if one of them can make it and one of them can't. But Doug said there's really no way. We're going to need to have a splash at the end. They're going to run them just absolutely as far as they can.
Yeah.
I'm sure that, you know, with the bragging rights at stake here, the 3-car may be willing to gamble and stay out and see if they run out of gas. It doesn't matter. They'll still finish second.
Yeah. The 3-car pitted first, though, right?
Yeah. The 3-car pitted first, but they want to win it really bad. I don't know. They may be telling Magnussen to just save, but I don't see how he can.
Hey, Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no softs for the GT Porsches.
Okay.
It's only mediums and hards.
Okay. Cool.
3.1 seconds.
So both the Ferrari and the Lizard are on mediums?
That's correct, Cal.
Thanks, mate.
Jurg's all over the headlight switch. This time. Jamie's been in the traffic more.
Ferrari's on mediums too, guys.
Gotcha.
Thanks, man. We'll clarify that.
Went up a little bit.
Last commercial break until the checkered flag. We are taking you all the way to the finish here at Sebring. A memorable 12-hour for a variety of reasons. I tell you, But what about this GT2 class battle? 11 minutes remaining, and there is nothing in it. 3.7 seconds. It looks like Jamie Mello rebounded a little bit that last time round.
I think it was due to traffic, however, because they were being lapped by a bunch of P2 cars, and of course that's going to break up the momentum of what's going on out there. Jörg Bergmeister is flashing his headlights like crazy when he gets around other cars. He's letting it known, I'm on full kill here.
Dorsey, I just talked to the Lizard crew about that driver change and Mark Lieb getting out of the car, and they said they didn't anticipate doing that, but Lieb said he got a cramp in his foot and he couldn't go any further, so that's why they put Jörg in the car. So you have to wonder, if he would have stayed in that car, would they have changed the tires? And if they didn't change the tires, rather than being 3 seconds behind, could they be 7 seconds ahead?
Well, I think they would have come out as about a 13-second lead that Mello had after that pit stop exchange, and it normally takes about...
front. I hope everything is fine.
Normally takes about a dozen seconds or so to change tires, so that would have been the additional time that the 45 car spent in the pits. So I think they would have come out dead even, and then they'd have been on the same set of tires in terms of how much time they had on them. But I know that some of the guys over the course of the break checked into it. Everyone's on the mediums. There's no softs available on the GT2 cars.
Magnussen brings the number 3 in. Just over 8 seconds worth of fuel. He's back out. We'll have to wait and see how much fuel the number 4 car takes, but I guarantee you they will be watching the stopwatch. They want to make sure that they take home the victory and bragging rights at Corvette.
33-second advantage there. Ollie Gavin over Jan Magnussen. And just coming back to a statistic we flashed up on your screen a moment ago, closest ever GT2 class finish here at Sebring was last year, just 5.2 seconds. Guess who was involved in that? Of course, the Panos of Brabham, Maxwell and Bourdais won, but the 45 Flying Lizard car was second, 5.2 seconds behind, and Mark Lieb and Johannes van Overbeek were 2 of the 3 drivers in that car.
Jörg Bergmeister has it now down to a flat 3 seconds, so he made up 7/10.
We're watching Jan Magnussen right now in that 3 car. This lap is very critical. The 4 car, we understand, will be pitting for a splash of fuel right now. So these outlaps, how you catch the traffic, Dorsey, when it's this close, can make the world of difference at this stage of the game.
Of course, you're playing the game of luck right there because you don't know how you're going to catch. You just get done as best you can and get out there and do battle.
8 1/4 minutes remaining, and the 4 car is on pit road. This is a vital, it's a critical stop for Corvette Racing. It's a delight to watch these boys go to work. Here we have it.
Gavin brings it in, puts it on the marks. We've got the stopwatch on him. We'll see how much fuel they take. About 8.5 seconds, almost dead even on the stops for the time for the fuel. But what kind of traffic will they encounter on the racetrack? How fast will that outlap be? You guys alluded to it. It could be the difference in the race.
It's not often you see the drivers hanging over the pit wall. You see Olivier Beretta there. That's how keen he was in how smoothly that stop went. The 2 Ollies, they've really formed quite a strong following. They've accomplished so much together. Beretta, who was so strong in those Orica Viper days, and now he's ingrained himself in GM with Corvette Racing. And then Mad Max Pappas is the 3rd one in that 4 car after leaving. Well, not leaving, but they just swapped, didn't they? O'Connell and Fellows for Magnussen and Pappas in the 4. We'll see how it shakes out.
By that car cleanly. The next one in front was Audi, so that's a good point. That car, he won't run it down. So he's in clear sailing right now.
1.9 seconds the margin. We go on board the Flying Lizard Porsche. Jamie Mello is under increasing pressure.
Minus 1.9. We're trying to get to the White Lightning car. We'll do our...
Now for Jörg can't see the car until he gets right by it.
What the team are talking about there, they're trying to figure out who the traffic is that they're going to encounter and get to those teams up and down pit lane and say, hey, give us a hand, get your guy out of the way. We're in the meat of a battle right now.
And the White Lightning Ferrari did just that. That is Jamie Mello up ahead that you can see. And it was Thomas Blum on the radio just coaching and talking Jörg Bergmeister through this battle. Chris.
Well, Lee, that White Lightning car might be a Ferrari, but you got to remember who's behind the wheel in one of those White Lightning cars. Jörg Bergmeister's brother. So you know he would definitely be willing to get out of the way for his brother to try and win this race.
Jörg's got him in the gun sight now. He knows clearly that is the car that he needs to go by. And when you see it, you can get the job done.
Porsche has pretty good straightaway speed if they can pull a little bit of a draft, get close enough, but he's got to get a lot closer than he is right now to start getting the effect of the aerodynamics.
Imagine how tense it is down there at Risi. Flying Lizard. And here comes
I'm getting closer.
That's not a good thing to have to hear.
He sounded confident too.
Yes, he did.
He's got a sniff. He's chasing hard. Time is running out, though. 5 1/4 minutes left here at Sebring. Can Bergmeister do it?
So much fun when you're on top of your game like this. Two-time Drivers' Champion now in the GT2 category. Can he start off this campaign with another win?
And he knows, Cal, how to win here at Sebring. He won GT2 in 2005 with Lucas Luhr and Patrick Long. He wants another one.
He's been taken almost a 1 second away per lap, and now it's just down to that.
We are coming to the end.
Watch out for lap traffic up ahead now. These two guys giving it their all for sure. They don't want to catch anybody slower, and there's a car right up in front.
Johnny Molan got out of that Ferrari earlier in the race. He said, we're better under braking, we're better in the fast stuff. The Porsche has more horsepower, but right now that Porsche has better tires as well.
Well, we are rapidly running out of time. The American Le Mans Series now runs under FIA flagging. You will not see the white flag wave. It'll simply be the one finger in the air from the flag stand. And Bergmeister needs to get something special done right here, right now. Under 4 minutes to go before Frank Biela creates a little bit of history and joins his good mate Tom Christensen as a 4-time Sebring winner. Back with the Lizards.
Boy, 3.5 minutes, and look, 1.2 seconds. They're giving it their all.
Tracy Crone in trouble in the second Risi Ferrari.
We don't need a caution right now. There's just a few minutes left. They wouldn't get us started up again, so we need a clear track to see this battle come down to the wire. This is brilliant stuff after almost 12 hours.
Coming into this event, you know, the talk in the paddock, the talk in the pit lane, the talk with the spectators here at Sebring, the tens of thousands of them. Well, in P1, we pretty much know the Audis are going to do it. In GT1, we pretty much know the Corvettes are going to do it. But what about P2 and GT2? They were the great unknowns. We've had tremendous battles in both. And now, with just under 3 minutes remaining, the gap is down to an even 1 second. And traffic up ahead for Mello. Here comes Bergmeister. It's critical for Bergmeister to get by this Porsche. It's too hard to identify who it is at the moment, but Mello has made quick work of it.
Timing's good for Bergmeister. Look, onto the straightaway now, the perfect place to pass. And I think by now, obviously the car knows it's the 18. Ralph Kellners will give way, he'll lead way.
And Ralph was a former teammate. In fact, it wasn't the 18, it was the 85. Dirk Werner, a very accomplished GT driver, so he knows what the deal is that's going on here. There is a victory in GT2 on the line, and when they come around next time, they will see the one finger. 1.5 laps left.
Jörg better get it stuffed up in there pretty quickly, because that's only one more time around we're talking.
Mello knows all about racing Ferraris. He does it. He's been doing it for a long time. He races in Europe in the FIA GT Series and the Le Mans Series. Very accomplished sports car driver and fast. And he and Mika Salo and Johnny Molan have done a top shelf job today. But is it top shelf enough to bring Giuseppe Risi a victory here in Sebring?
You won't hear any radio chatter now, I'll guarantee you that.
Lee, you spoke to the Flying Lizards crew, and they told you that Jörg is very particular about what he wants in his race car. But right now, those little details are paying off for him. He's got a very fast race car tonight. 2
brand new cars for Flying Lizard. And one of them could go all the way to victory lane in its first appearance. Not a bad effort to start the 2007 American Le Mans Series. Into turn 17 for the second last time.
It's going to be 2 laps for these guys. The leader has not gone by to get the white flag, so it's 2 more times around.
Just what you wanted to hear. Another one. Yeah, Bergmeister needs the time. Here comes Marco Werner. So he will get instruction to do 1 more lap. 3.7 miles for Werner, and he will have another one.
The key is, if he is fast enough to pass these guys on this lap, then this could be the final lap for GT2 as well.
That's correct.
Last lap.
If he can catch the 2 GT2 cars and get by them, then this is their last time around as well.
And I think he might, because they're not too far down the road.
Boy, I tell you, Bergmeister's going to have to make up a lot of ground, Calvin, in just that 1 lap.
Well, I'd hate to see us for the Audi to split these 2 guys, flash across the finish line, get the checkered flag, effectively stop Bergmeister's run here.
Just updating you on the other classes. Brian Herder consolidates his position, 2nd overall, 1st in P2, and the GT1 class battle. Oliver Gavin has a 21.7 second lead over the sister car, so they have got that done.
Oh, Bergmeister wide of the apex there. He's pushing hard.
And more cars be involved.
I'm watching every prototype they have is fine. Just trying to identify if it's Werner. That's one of the DHL Penske Porsches just getting by Jamie Mello.
Oh, and
That
he
could
pushes
hold
Jamie
him up.
wide there. That may have cost him a 10th or 2. This is vital.
Bergmeister will have seen Mello had to dab the brakes there just for an extra little bit. Gripping stuff here at the Mobil 1 12 Hours of Sebring.
Where is that Audi? It's got to be close.
Bergmeister's going to bury this thing under braking, try and take another car length off that leading Ferrari.
They will have to do another lap. Werner will not catch them because they're into 17. And here we go.
Lap.
This is it. They will have to do 1 more. But Marco Werner for Audi Sport North America wins the 12 Hours of Sebring. Spectacular style. But the race is on in GT2. This is far from over.
The fireworks are blasting outside right now, but right now there's fireworks on the racetrack.
3.5 miles at best, not even 3.5 miles left to go, and Bergmeister is catching.
The fireworks going naturally for the winners. Puro, Biela, Werner, congratulations. We have got still so much time left to talk to those guys and talk about those guys, but we're going to stay with this hot battle. Bergmeister's time and distance is running out. Mello is locked up, makes an error down into the hairpin. It is really on now.
That cost him a lot of time. Now the next opportunity is braking for 10. We're going to go through this left-hander quite quickly here and set up for the brake zone.
Mello defends to the inside.
12 hours of racing, and it has come down to this. Ferrari versus Porsche. Bergmeister gets on the inside, can't quite execute the move.
Those Michelins are tortured on that Ferrari, double stinning them. They're at their end of their life right now. Bergmeister has the stronger car handling-wise.
And he
Here he
took it off
goes.
the corner better. Nicer run off that corner will give him an advantage. Headed down here.
The 2 most successful marks in Sebring history, and they are going blow for blow. Ferrari and Porsche. Who will it be come the end? Bergmeister hugs the inside line.
He's got to set him up here. He's got to get a run off 16.
It's all about this corner, Calvin. Look at this run. Here's the run.
Mello comes over to try and block him, but Johan Bergmeister, he's right up against the wall. How close do you like it? This is a drag race down towards turn 17.
Comes the Ferrari.
The Ferrari comes back.
It's on the wrong side. It's outside.
Bergmeister has the preferred line. Mello's going to have to do the hard work, and he hasn't got enough. Has he switched on him? He gets the inside run. Race. They touch. Again. And Mello will get it. The Ferrari wins GT2. That was hard, tough driving right to the end. And the racing boys do it. What a finish. Unbelievable.
Nice job. What a race.
That was risking it all.
2 boys.
Did you see what he did on the back straight already?
Jorg is not happy. He's talking to the crew.
You see that I was ahead of him.
Holy cow, what a finish.
And that's Mello that's not happy.
No, that was Bergmeister, I believe. Talking to his crew saying, did you see what he did on the front straightaway? I was ahead of him.
Right now for reckless driving. Right now. Make a protest.
Mello definitely got in his quarter panel, Dorsey, and slowed Bergmeister up.
Well, he pushed him all the way out to the wall. Take a look at this. It was definitely not clean driving.
He's going to have a big...
Bergmeister has the run here. He's to the inside. No doubt about it. Now watch. Here goes Jamie Mello. He's going to push him over to the inside. Pinch him right here. Now, Bergmeister with a big lead, no question. Up the inside. Jamie Mello hits him here, loosens him up a little bit, and then pushes him out wide. Well, that was for the win at Sebring, boys. What do you think?
What you got to do. We'd all do the same thing. I know Jorg's disappointed. We would all do the same thing.
Oh, and there's the overall winner, by the way. We'll be back.
On the inside or anything. He just punted me.
That's not true. That's not true.
The inboard camera, everybody has seen it.
That wasn't dangerous,
so
John.
we are at
Just
the
tough racing.
officials right now. We're talking to them.
And over to Andrew with the GT2 winner.
Excellent, Mike. Jamie Mello, wow, what a last lap. Just talk us through it.
No, it's just amazing. Very hard battle with the 45 car. They push very hard to catch us, and but anyway, the car was great. The tires, Michelin tires, work very well, and Mika and Johnny has done a good job as well. And I just tried to push until the end of the race. I had a little bit of problems with the brake, but I never give up.
Jamie, let's look down. If we can just look down here, black tire marks all down the side of the car. That was the last lap.
Yeah, that was the last lap, the last corner. So I just tried to defend my place, and that's it. I won the race. I'm very happy.
Happy Brazilian. Just a quick word from Mika Salo. Mika, you must be pleased with that. Better than Formula 1 days, eh?
No, it's good. Yeah, Jamie did an unbelievable job, and I would never forgive him if he gave it up in the last lap. So he did like a man. He just pushed and did everything possible, and we won it. So that's important.
Well, thanks very much. And Johnny, you only did one stint in the middle. Are you slacking a bit?
Oh, it was. At the end, we were going to work it to me to get back in, but the way the yellows went, then Jamie could go to the end, and I have to say, I couldn't have done what he did at the end. He did a phenomenal job. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, yeah, happy Risi Ferrari drivers down here, guys.
Well, let's have a look at exactly what went down between Jamie Mello in the Risi Ferrari and Jorg Bergmeister. Guys, this was sensational.
Here they are coming off 17. Jamie slips a little bit. Jorg gets a better run. He has the lead now, Dorsey.
But this is turn 17, a long corner. And watch, the Ferrari a little bit more top speed. Bergmeister out brakes, gets down into the inside. But it's not over yet, Calvin.
It isn't. He's just trying to keep it tidy here, get through 17, get on the gas. But Mello really gets the power down, gets into his quarter panel, loosens him up.
And he roughs him up pretty good in the straightaway. That slowed up Bergmeister. Now it's been deemed just a hard racing situation. One thing for sure, I've been coming to Sebring 35 years. I've never seen a better one than that.
That was an awesome finish. Great stuff.
Literally, Lee, the talk of this race down here in Winter Circle is the GT2 victory. Alan McNish was over here talking to Jorg Bergmeister. Everyone has, and that's the talk of it, Jorg. It was tremendous for the fans. I know for you, in the seat that you had, it was not nearly that good. Give us your take on that through the play-by-play, that last corner.
I mean, it didn't start on the last corner. It started on the back straight. I had him. He was closing the door pretty much the whole last lap, and then I went to the inside on the back straight, and he put me in the wall there already. I managed to get by him, and then in turn 17, right on the apex, he punted me again, so I got in a slide. But I managed to go to power, and then we were side by side, and he put me in the wall again. So that's 2 times in the wall and hit once. That's the right way to win a race, and congratulations to him.
Well, obviously, Jorg Bergmeister not at all happy with the way that this race turned out, but I can tell you guys, it will be a finish that is talked about for a long, long time, Lee.